Welcome, adventurers! Today we're going on a journey into Stories, The Path of Destinies. It's a game I saw on Kickstarter. I'd missed the shutdown date for it, and I'd kind of completely forgotten about it until I saw it in the store the other day. Basically playing an air pirate, fighting an evil empire. So, it's really about all I know, so let's get started.
Once upon a time, the infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles.
Fussy devil.
Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine.
It's one way to
The
retire.
Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. But then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods.
That's never a good
Midnight
sign.
rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages,
Cthulhu Fatakan?
and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power.
How do they have the stories, I wonder?
Librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The
Ah,
citizens, outraged, had driven them off.
it's a
The
little
Ravens
bit
had
of
come
an
back with
overreaction.
dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
It's the problem with making all these promises. You have to keep them. Darn being an honorable sky pirate. So, we gotta go save a kid or join a rebellion or something. And probably be swinging from the gallows. Oh well.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. "Sorry, kid," Reynardo told the kid. "Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone." "My mother died for this book!" "I promised her I'd protect you." "Oh, damn it." The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So
Sure.
Reynardo had to run after him.
And apparently Reynardo is also the Protect Peter. Peter Rabbit, eh? Alright.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which
Those are
probably was what was in
buff.
their tiny brains. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
X. Haha. Take that, filthy ravens. Nevermore. About to attack. Okay, I think I got that one. Okay. So, just look in the direction of the person about to attack me when I attack. And I will kick their ass. Got it. No jump. Nice music, though.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Hold X to grab, L to aim, and I can throw. Wow! It's a good thing these ravens can't fly. They're too swole.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. "Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship." "I'm not taking that damn book anywhere."
Yeah, that's the
"And
words of
neither
a
are
hero.
you. Try and stop me," the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away.
Looks more like running.
Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword?
Yeah, it's not like he's a hero or anything. Oh hey, look at this nice abandoned shop with
Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. I'll need a workshop, though.
aha! So there's crafting.
Perfect.
One of my favorite things in games. It's one of the reasons I like the Atelier series so much. So select power's current level and special power. Sword special power at the next level. Look badass. And the resources needed. Got it. Now the resources.
A hero sword. QED.
So I need 30 more ore to upgrade to level 2. Can't do anything else, but I got a hero sword. Nice to know that getting into the gated community is as easy as being a blacksmith.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Reynardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. Up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. "How'd you get across?" he asked the kid. "Where'd you find a hook?" "I hopped," said the kid. Wise-ass kid. "Hey, look out behind you!" "Cute," said Reynardo. Oh, ravens.
This is very much like somebody's reading the book stories. Ah! Got hit.
It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How'd he done it? Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
But it says new skills. Alright. 4 tiers of skills. Skill info. Have a skill point to spend. Yeah, I know how to use a skill. Let's see, we got dash, combo. Time, combat. Stats, and health and speed. Alright.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely
Press Y to
forgot.
hit pots.
Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Probably.
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. "Stop!" he shouted.
Imperial
"I'm
droid
not
ahead.
giving you the book!" shouted the kid, and took off. "No! Peter!" The kid
Yeah,
ran
the
for it,
ravens.
and a goggler nailed him with its eye beam.
Uh-oh. Stealth mode.
The book was unburned.
Ah!
Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, in a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn
Holy
it. Why
crap.
hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Holy crap, I did not expect the kid to actually die. Huh. Wait. Ah. So... well, that's one way to get into the rebellion.
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out.
Curiosity killed the, well,
all that
fox.
had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. Where are you running, rebel? Cawed the Raven captain over the loudhailer. Reynardo could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Reynardo yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life! It cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Reynardo could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Reynardo had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Reynardo a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Reynardo could only rescue him. Reynardo dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Interesting. So it actually is kind of a choose-your-own-adventure game. Can't make new old friends. It's out of time and I'll need a game changer. Or build the Sky Ripper. I think this run through, I'll go with saving an old friend.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently the mad rabbit had
choose?
sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
So yeah, so far we've got the smuggler. Well, the young knight didn't last very long. So just the smuggler and his old friends. So far, this seems
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait,
rabbit season.
where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Good question. But on that note, adventurers, I think we will
If
call
I
this.
craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
But, yes, we will continue helping Reynardo find the rebels and his old friend in the next episode. So until then, adventurers, have a good night.